Hello. I am Rafa Duran, and I'll be graduating in December, so I'm really excited.
How awesome! Congratulations.
Thanks.
First of all, I would like to know if you use music while you study.
Music while I study. For the most part, I usually do. I think it helps me focus just because, I got brain activity going and whatnot. But it really has to depend on the kind of music, because if it's anything sort of like mainstream, things I've heard, like I'll get distracted and kind of want to jam out. But if it's things like alpha waves or sort of like old school jazz things, like things I don't really know that well, then it'll keep me really focused, and I actually enjoy it, and it helps a lot.
Cool. And how do you think this impacts your studying?
Well, it definitely keeps me focused if it's stuff I'm not used to. Just because music is a different language, so I learn that way really thoroughly. Music has been in my life forever, so I feel like when it's too quiet, sometimes that'll be distracting by itself. I know coming to the library, sometimes if I don't have my headphones in or something like that, it's really hard to keep focused. So having just kind of low, mellow, like coffee house music, like kind of helps a lot.
What do you think music does for language barriers in the classroom?
I think that music, like I mentioned before, is kind of another language. There's literal science proof out there saying that, music is able to stimulate parts of the brain that are associated with language, and it collects little dendrites and things, totally get fired off in there. And so I think it's really, really necessary, especially in the classroom. My mom's a teacher actually, and I know that she does it in her classroom. They use it for, times when they're writing or trying to focus on other quieter activities. It really just kind of keeps the brain stimulated, and they're really interested in learning. It's easier to comprehend things that way.
Do you use any other form of arts while studying, like art or theater, anything like that?
Well, I'm a huge advocate for arts. I love musical theater. I love, art. I think museums are great. Like anything that kind of teaches you to be creative or think outside the box, things like that, I think are really crucial to the kind of the way that we develop as a society. And so I definitely use that, especially when it comes to like trying to control my mental health. College is really stressful and things can get really overwhelming. So, music is great. On top of that, art is amazing. I love the theater. I'll take any opportunity that I can to really, come to the Fox Fine Arts or, things downtown, whatever the city's hosting for us. Because I think it's a good way to kind of like keep me mellow and balanced, because I love it so much. It's something I appreciate really deeply.
And would you recommend using music as a way of studying or like focus in the classroom? Because I know you were in band in high school and everything else. How did that help you, like when you were growing up?
Oh God, you gotta repeat it. What was the question?
I asked you actually, but like bands, like being a part of it, practicing everything, do you think it helped you in school?
Absolutely, because not only did it teach discipline, which is really important when you're trying to be someone academic and whatnot. Like I said, it's a different language. It gives you an opportunity to kind of communicate on a different level. It teaches your brain to work at an exponentially different level. I think people who don't know how to appreciate it may be able to appreciate other things in life, but because of that, like they'll be able to kind of find their way of getting past their stresses and their overwhelming situations and whatnot, and really being able to kind of grow academically however they see fit. As far as music goes, in my opinion, I think everybody studies very differently. I do know a lot of people who actually prefer to study with music, just because, like I said, I feel it sparks things in the brain. It helps you comprehend and understand. But some people prefer silence, and that totally works for them. But as far as kind of like using it in the classroom in a setting where you're trying to communicate with others, build an environment, like I think music is actually incredible. It's really helpful.
So you would recommend using it?
I would probably, more than not, I would definitely recommend using music in as many situations as possible. Yeah.
Do you have any other things to say?
Music is life. That's literally my motto. I'm pretty sure music has been the one thing that's been able to save me from so many situations, just because it's able to drive emotion, and because of that, it's able to kind of be an outlet for people who maybe going through rough times. It's helped me a lot in the past, and so just beyond the academics, like music is a beautiful language that I truly hope that I can like appreciate for the rest of my life. Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck with graduation.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Do you use music in the classroom?
Yes, I do. I use it for various purposes. First, I use it like for when I need the kids to calm down and concentrate or focus on their work. I play classical music or piano music to, slow music to calm them down, and they seem to focus better. And if I want them to get motivated and get happy and start talking to each other about their assignments, then I play peppier music, happier, to get them pumped up.
What sort of impact does it have on your students?
Like I said, I use it to motivate or to calm down. I kind of like, I don't want to say control, but I kind of like set the mood for how I want them to be for that a specific assignment. If I want them to be active, then I play more active music, and if I need them to calm them down, then the music calms them down and makes them focus.
What impact do you believe it has on language barriers? Does it help? Does it prevent growth? What do you think?
I think my bilingual kids benefit from it, especially when it's music that has words in it. Sometimes I have them like sing, and they hear the same music over and over again, and then they start remembering the lyrics. They start improving their fluency because it's repetition and helps with fluency, with new words, and sometimes just being able to pronounce the words or know the meaning of words in the music. It helps them remember it in a fun way. So I think it helps them with their fluency.
Do you use music when studying or working?
Myself?
Yes.
Yes, I do. I like to listen to music like the classical or piano music that doesn't have words in it. Because if it has words in it, then I start singing and I don't focus on my work. So I like to hear, soft music that's going to help me concentrate. If it's too quiet, then I can't do my work, and my mind starts wandering off.
Would you recommend for other teachers to use music in their classroom?
Most definitely, yes, I think so. It sets a mood, it makes it fun, it relaxes them, it relaxes you as well. It's a benefit for the teacher as well, and it makes it fun, and the learning fun. You don't want to have a boring classroom that, like traditional classroom that just teaching, it's all teacher directed. You give the kids a little bit of a choice of what they want to hear, and it motivates them to do better, and sometimes to stay quiet because they want to listen to the music.
What else do you use to help the kids focus?
In my classroom, I use the flexible seating. I use the rocking chairs. That helps them with the movement as well. The music and the movement. The constant quiet movement helps them focus a little bit more. Giving them choice of where they want to sit. The flexible seating, I have a tire there with a cushion, and I have different heights of the tables. I have a standing table that if they prefer to stand, then they do that as well. They have choice of sitting, and it helps them keep themselves motivated because they want to do their best, because I reserve the right to move them if they're not doing their best work. So it serves as a classroom management technique as well.
Thank you. Any final words?
Music in the classroom rocks. No pun intended.